Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liquor Kenobi. And before we get started, we'd like you guys to please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very, very much. All right, now we got that out of the way. Let's get into this. The story that's still coming out with what's going on with Kathleen Kennedy is still out there, bro. And I did discuss a topic that she is getting ready to, that she is saying that we have a source out there saying that she is ready to retire and everything, that she's going to leave by the end of this year or maybe the beginning of next year. But I doubted it. I wanted to keep it as a rumor, as a float. But then when I talked about another news that Kathleen Kennedy had an interview with Deadline and she just converted herself. She's saying that she's not going to retire, that I would die making movies and all that. But she did say that they're trying to find a successor to replace her. So technically, she is retiring. So this source that Puck's done is coming out to be true. So, but like I said, I'm going to still see it to believe it. But here we go with another article that we have here. Kathleen Kennedy potentially leaving Star Wars becomes a media battleground as Puck's Matt Belloni and Deadline's Mike Fleming Jr. trade blows. Okay, so Mike Fleming is the one that was in charge of Deadline and its interview with Kathleen Kennedy. And he tended to attack Mike Belloni for all his controversy against Kathleen Kennedy and all that. And then, of course, Mike fires back. But let's read the article and see what we got here, okay? Here we go. The ongoing Kathleen Kennedy leaving Star Wars saga has taken an amusing turn as two Hollywood journalists, Puck's Matt Belloni and Deadline's Mike Fleming Jr., are now publicly feuding over the story of her rumored exit from Lucasfilm. What makes this clash particularly entertaining is that both reporters seem to be saying the same thing just in wildly different ways. On one side, Belloni is doubling down on his report that Kennedy is set to leave Lucasfilm by the end of 2025. On the other hand, Fleming is acting as Kennedy's personal hype man, insisting that he is in control of the situation despite Kennedy herself confirming a leadership transition in motion. Yep. This is no longer just about Kennedy's departure. It's about who controls the narrative. And let me tell you this, bro. When 2020 came in, everything was starting to rise with all this woke DEI nonsense and that the Force is female, all that nonsense that was happening in Lucasfilm. But once Gina Carano got fired, it was a battle. We were in our fan base was in a battle with Lucasfilm because of what they have done. What they have done not only to Gina Carano, but what they have done to our beloved franchise, And this is just chaotic. So a lot of us to be honest, I was hoping that she got fired. But, of course, they're saying a good thing that she's ready to retire. So, to me, I wish she'd just freaking fire her ass already. But it wouldn't matter, bro, if you fire her, because the damage is done. You still got activists in that studio that is still doing the work. They're trying to change the stories of Star Wars. And God, I just wish they didn't do it, bro. I just wish. I don't know, man. They just ruined it. So here we go. Flight J Jr. Sorry, mate. Sorry, Matt. The woman is a first ballot Hall of Famer. See, Mike Fleming is a dummy, dude. He is so stupid. It all started when Deadline's Mike Fleming just published an astonishingly falling interview with Kathleen Kennedy, which May saw as a violent attempt to damage control following Puck's initial report that she was leaving Star Wars. Fleming attacked Belloni personally, dismissing his reporting as some kind of vendetta against Kennedy. Belloni for years has been beating on Kennedy like she owes him money. Fleming said, despite Belloni in his initial report giving Kennedy props for her accomplishments in the film industry. What accomplishments? What accomplishments has she done? Just because she worked alongside Steven Spielberg and George Lucas doesn't mean that she accomplished anything. This was Steven Spielberg and George Lucas's stories that accomplished it, not her. I mean, it's like if I go to the movies and I go see, let's say, War of the Worlds. I didn't go see it because of Steven Spielberg. I saw it because of the actor, like Tom Cruise, starring in it. And I read the story and I thought it was interesting and I went to see it. But I did not like it after I saw the movie. I just didn't like it. It felt boring a bit, and to me, on my honesty. And then for George Lucas, I saw the movie Willow. And the story was great. The story was great in the movie. I enjoyed it a lot. And the acting was perfect. The characters were awesome. So I loved the George Lucas's accomplishments of what he's done. So I mean, Kathleen Kennedy, if they had a movie right now that had Kathleen Kennedy's name in it, would I go watch it? No. It depends on the story. It depends what it's about. So no. She has not done anything well. She's ruined Star Wars. She ruined Willow. She ruined Indiana Jones. You know? He then diminished the idea that Kennedy was being pushed out despite her own admission that succession planning has been happening for years. The takeaway was chaos and that Kennedy was being pushed. The reality is different and far more orderly. Fleming then pivoted to an extended career obituary disguised as a defense rattling of Kennedy's past achievements and declaring, "Sorry, Matt, the woman is the first ballot Hall of Famer, not someone who deserves to be battled around like a piñata." Oh, please, Mike. Mike, you need to wake up. You need to wake up and see the facts, bro. Yet, despite Fleming's theatrical defense, Kennedy herself didn't actually deny the core of Belloni's story. In her own words, Kennedy said, "I have been talking for quite some time with Bob and Alan about what eventual succession might look like. We have very intention of making an announcement months or a year down the road." This is exactly what Belloni reported, so why the meltdown? Fleming, he's just a kiss ass. That's what he is, to me. So, especially him trying to cover up the story in Deadline. So, now, Matt Belloni fires back, claims Deadline apologized for Fleming's behavior. Belloni wasted no time hitting back, mocking Fleming for his psychopathic tone and calling his Kennedy interview hilariously psychopathic. He then ripped into Deadline's credibility, saying Mike Fleming, who never saw a movie producer, cavity he couldn't borrow and decide did a hilariously psychopathic interview with Kathleen Kennedy after I broke the news. He also corrected Fleming's mischaracterization of the reporting, pointing out that he never said Kennedy was retiring, only that she would be leaving Lucasfilm but continuing to produce films elsewhere. Instead of acknowledging the confirmation, Fleming attacked me personally and bizarrely claimed I had reported that Kennedy was retiring. Stupid. Belloni then added an even more damning piece of information that someone from the inside Deadline's parent company, Penske Media, reached out to apologize to him. Our influential figure at Penske Media, which owns Deadline, already reached out to me to apologize for Fleming's behavior, he said. That suggests Fleming's over-the-top defense of Kennedy may not have been sanctioned by his own higher-ups, but rather an effort to protect his personal connections within Hollywood's elite. Exactly, dude. Only wrapped up by shifting focus back to the real issue, Kennedy's dooming departure. Kennedy's exit announcement will come sometime later this year. He said once again, "We will all move on, and Fleming will embarrass himself on the other topics." So the narrative war, Kennedy's damage control in action. So the Deadline interview appears to have been a desperate attempt to reframe the discussion after Puck's report ignited widespread celebration among Star Wars fans and even caused a small bump in Disney stock. Kennedy's defiant, "I will die making movies" remark was meant to paint her as fully in control of her career, rather than someone being forced out after years of failure. But the fact that succession planning is already happening contradicts the idea. So it's like I said, dude. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy has caused herself enough damage, bro. She has done so much damage to the Star Wars franchise. I'm glad, to be honest, that she's leaving, no matter what. Retiring or being fired, I'm just glad she's gone. But it's like I said, dude, it would not matter. It would not matter for a fact that if Kathleen Kennedy left right now, if you are going to get Star Wars back to its tracks, you need to get rid of everyone that worked alongside her. Writers, developers, producers, chief creative, like Dave Filoni. I'm sorry, Dave, but you had your chance to fight this, but of course, you decided to embrace it. So that's fine. If you're afraid to lose your job, then hey. I mean, I don't think John Favreau, he has not been mentioned for quite a while, so I think little by little he's already out the door, dude. So I think John Favreau's done. So, but like I said, dude, the damage has been done. There's nothing you can do, so it's just over. So that's gonna be it for this article. So thank you guys for watching this video. So please share this video and post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think this course between Mike Fleming and Belloni was so funny that what has happened between the case of Kathleen Kennedy, bro? You guys let me know how you liked that interview, man, because that interview was just a wreck for Kathleen Kennedy. So thank you all so much for watching this video. And as always, thank you for being part of the channel. And I will be seeing you all until next time. Bye, everyone.